Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can go from playing simple and basic chords to a more sophisticated and complex chords. All right, let's get into the lesson. Now I have developed a system which I call chord combination, by which we can turn basic chords to advanced chords. And we do this by adding all the extensions to a basic triad, and within that portfolio we can get various combinations. Let's try an example. Let's take E minor triad. Now we're going to be adding all the extensions to this basic triad, which are the 7th, the 9th, the 11th, and the 13th. So we'll add the 7, we'll add the 9, we'll add the 11, and the 13. Okay, now from this pool of notes we have a lot of chords we can fetch out. For example, you can see that the G major triad, right? G, B, D, G major triad. We also have a B minor triad. Can you see that? B, D, F sharp is in the pool of notes there. Okay, you can also see a D major triad, can't you? Right, the D, F sharp, A, that is a D major triad here in the equation. Permit me to call this like an equation, all right, because we are adding all the extensions. And lastly, for the triads, we have F sharp minor triad, F sharp, A, D flat. Now, not only can we fetch out triads from this equation, we can also fetch out 7-degree chords. For example, we have a G major 7. Yeah, you can see that G, B, D, F sharp, right? You can also see a B minor 7, B, D, F sharp, A, and you can see a D major 7, D, F sharp, A, D flat. So what we have achieved is to get other chords we can complement to the basic triad we extended. Now, what do I mean by this? The basic triad we extended is E minor, don't forget. So we can have that sit on the bass. There are many ways we can, voice it on the left hand, right? We can maybe just play the root, maybe the root and fifth, maybe octave, maybe tenths. And all these other chords we got by adding the extensions can stay on the right. Now we have many of them, and so there are many ways we can voice the E minor chord. That's the whole point. So probably we had a D major, so I can add up a D major there for that 3. You see that there? So this is a D major. You can actually play any inversion on the right, and I simply have the tenths of the E minor triad on my left hand. I can maybe just simply play just the bass on my left hand, just the E, or maybe I could play the root with the bass and the fifth, and have that other chord which is D major we got by adding the extensions. So probably let's say we have a 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we can play. You see, so I turned playing E minor in its basic way to a more complex way. Now there are other chords we derived by adding the extensions, like G major, so we can add that maybe like B minor, but this is the formula by which we can turn basic chords to complex chords. Now let's try to harmonize a song using this concept only. We're not going to use any other concept, just to show you how powerful this concept is. Now we are going to be using the song for context, What a Mighty God We Serve, and we're going to be doing it in the key of C. All right, now I have the progression laid out there for you on the screen. We are going to be turning these basic chords, because they are basic chords, right? C major, D minor, E minor, F major, basic triads. We are going to be turning them to advanced chords with the system I've presented to you. Now the fun part about it is that we are going to be using the melody of the song to dictate the chords we play. This is really going to teach you harmonization and reharmonization. Now the song starts on the 1, what a mighty, so we can just play a C major triad there, right? I mean, in this basic form even. So what a mighty, that's okay. right? But we have other options. Now, if you go on my website, I have a full description of all the basic triads. All right, all the basic triads. I've written them down, even with an additional section I call others. These are source chords, right? So if you want to get a full description of this on all the basic triads, you can go on the site. Link will be in the description box below. But anyways, you have to be mindful that what we are trying to do is to find other chords we can complement with the chord we are trying to extend. So for example, in this case, we have a C major triad. What a mighty. And we said it's okay, we can play it in the basic form, but we don't want to. So using the formula, I've already written it down. That's why I said, you know, if you really want to get a full description, you should go on the site. But we have a lot of options here on the screen. We have E minor triad, we can play on the right. G major triad, B minor triad, D major triad. For 7 degrees, we have E minor 7th, G major 7th, B minor 7th, D dominant 7th, right? For others, we have G sus2, we have E sus2, we have D sus2. There are a lot of options. So I could maybe play the E minor triad. You see, this is an E minor triad with that C on the left. Maybe a tenth. So I can do, what am I? You see that? Maybe I could use the G sus2. Right? So, what am I? You get the point. Now, the next chord is a 2. So we can go, what am I? Let's pick the E minor. Okay, we're going to pick the E minor over the C. I'm going to play tenths there. So, what am I? And we're going to the 2, right? So I can go back to that charts that I've done, go to D minor, and I have a lot of options. But again, I want to follow my melody. So we have, what a mighty God. So what do I want to play? Let's do F sus2. Let's just keep it cool, right? So I'm doing F sus2 on my right. Again, the chord we are extending, the root of the chord will sit on the left. So D will have D on the left, and these other options that we have can stay on the right hand. All right, so you see that. So we have, what a mighty God. We are going to the 3. If you look at the chords we have on the screen here, E minor, we serve. We don't want to play E minor in the basic way, just as we did with the first 2 chords. So for E minor, again, a lot of options. Let's take D major triad. So I'm just picking and trying. Okay, I already have some of my favorites, but again, if you go on the site, there are a lot more there, a lot of explanation I give on each of these chords. All right, but you can take D major, right? So I'm going to take D major triad and have E, maybe tenths, sit on the left. See that? So we have, what a mighty God we serve. See? Because I have D major on my right, so I'm treating the chord independent of E minor. Again, I'm playing E minor, but from the chord extensions we've gotten, from the chords we've gotten from the chord extensions, I'm treating this D major triad different. So I can, as if I'm in the key of D major, right? Maybe do a D pentatonic, but you can express freedom. But we can play that there. So we have, what a mighty God we serve, right? And then we are going to the 4, F major. Okay, we can go to F major. So, what a mighty God we serve. Yeah, we have there on the F major, and I can pick, let's say, C major triad. So this is C major triad, you can see it there, and I can just add that F there. You see? So, what a mighty God we serve. And then we go to the 5. Okay. There are some mistakes made by the graphics designer here. So, well, anyways, I corrected that on the site. But yeah, so again, a lot of options, and I can't go through this individually yet because it's gonna maybe take a lot of time. Get what I mean? But if, as I've given you the formula, you can pick out and choose. You can mix them. For example, I can do, let's say, A minor or let's take F major 7, and then we'll do it's supposed to be F diminished 7, yeah. So we can do, and just have G stay on the left. See that? Maybe add some little flick here. Maybe that. So again, started from the top. What a mighty God we serve. I can maybe pick A minor 7 there again for the G major, right? Because we're on G major going to the 1. And I can just maybe have my 7, my root and 7 on the left. So, and I've talked about this chord, which is the 13 sus 4. You see where we get it? To the 1. And if you go to the 1, I'm using that G sus 2. So we have, what a mighty God we serve. Mighty God we serve. Just right before you, in what a mighty God. All right, now let me explain that last part I did. So the angels, let me turn this off so that go to muse score. I think I have that other here is it now. Yeah, so the angels bow before him. We have D minor. Heaven and earth adores him. Then we have G major. What a mighty God we serve. Why did the angels? Maybe we can do this. Bow before. Wow, this chord for D minor. We have combination of C major and D. Again, that chord for E minor we had here. F major. What am I? So what I want to explain is that 6, I did a 6 2 5 1. On the 6, again, I'm still using this. Let me show you this. I'm still using the extensions, all right? On the A minor, we have a G major triad, right? Or the A minor extension. So I can play G major, I can invert to the 2, and for the 2 I can use the sus 2. A lot of options there on the 5. Talk about that on the sites. But with that, we just use only the system, right? I did not add anything like passing colors, like secondary dominant, chromatic passing, tritone, nothing, like nothing. We just use the system. Right? Imagine when we begin to add it. So it really sounds cool. What a mighty God we serve. I'm using different options. Mighty God we serve. The angels bow before him. Heaven and earth adores him. Mighty God we serve. I was just going through 6 2 5 1 using those color coding.